back to Katarina's Garage. My name is Katarina Lloyd, and this is the 2000 Mustang named Shadow. I bought it off my friend Cody yesterday, and he delivered it. It's all good. But it's, you know, it's finally here. Unfortunately, I did a video yesterday, but I kind of screwed up on it. So having to retake it, and yeah, it was just too dark when I was finished to really try again. So, but yeah, so here it is. Now this is a 2000 Mustang V6. It all it is for me is just to part it out, get some stuff out of it. I am going to be doing a couple of videos on this, showing you guys how to remove such stuff as the intake, because I'm going to take the fuel injectors out from my car. Also the rear end I'm going to take out of this thing, and the computer as well, hopefully. Although I might be taking that out of a Windstar, we'll see. But yeah, here she is. You know, which there was a lot of plastic dip involved with this car. Cody decided to do this very unique paint job, which in its prime actually looked pretty decent. But now that the plastic dip is kind of peeling off and stuff, it doesn't look that great anymore. So, you know, with that in mind, though, like, I really actually didn't mind the look of this. And like, he had, what got me really excited was these. Now the thing is, I thought they were real in the pictures, right? Because they were just right up there on the hood, but unfortunately they were fake. So, oh well, not the end of the world. But yeah, anyways, let's delve into this one. So I'm just gonna open the hood and we'll take a look. So like I said, this is a 2000 Mustang. It's a base V6, but there was some stuff done to it. Like, well, if we take a look under the hood, you know, we can see that it's got headers on it, right? Which those are aftermarkets out of BBKs, if I'm not mistaken. So it came with two, actually, and I'm keeping one. I already have them in my car, so they're not in place yet, but I took them, and I just sold the bumper, and you'll see what else I sold here in a second. Like, just not even about 5 or 6 minutes ago that I sold those. But first, we're gonna do a bit of a walk around the car. Apologies, guys, there's a big snow mountain in my way, so you know, all in fairly decent shape. There is no key tumbler in there, so at least it doesn't look like there is. That's pretty shitty, but I can still get the trunk open, I think. Just need to charge out the battery and take a look. Now this car was, I fell through the snow, hang on. Oh, there we go. Now this thing was written off because of that, which, I mean, it is a pretty big hit, but honestly, if it didn't damage anything underneath, I'm sure this thing would have been fine. Because, like, if you didn't put it through insurance. Oh, yeah. But, you know, fenders are actually in decent shape overall, like front fenders and stuff. And, you know, inside. Now, sorry. Now, you can see it's a mess in here, right? It was already somewhat disassembled, which makes my job a lot easier, to be honest. And it came with an SCT tuner. He just threw that in and just, like, left it in here. So, you know, there's some of the dash pieces down there. If we take a look in the back, we'll see that just sold the rear seats out of it. Right, but if we take a look in these boxes too, because you may have noticed, there's taillights in it, which actually are in fairly decent nick. Just need a little bit of cleanup work, mostly just detailing. Other than that, maybe a little bit of a wet sand. Yeah, they're a nice nick, right? No cracks or anything I can see in them, so don't think these are in the car for very long. And they like to be a little tinted too. But you know, that in mind, I like it still. Door's still closed, okay. And yeah, and actually this car was equipped with AC, which doesn't look like it hasn't been deleted or anything because it's still there. So who knows, somebody might want the AC out of it. But yeah, and if this battery is not completely dead, I might just use this, just grab this from my car, because it's a lot nicer than the ones I have in my cars. So yeah, because mine's a 450 cold car cab, that's a 680. But yeah, like I said, you know, I sold the rear seat and the front bumper cover off this thing, which you can see, if you go on to my Instagram, which I will leave my name down below, which is Katarinas.garage, you'll see pictures of this thing before I took off the rear bumper cover, and I think there were some interior shots in there too. It's still really dirty in there. I just haven't had the opportunity to clean this thing yet. I'm not going to fully detail it, but just like get rid of the garbage and stuff in there, right? But as well, actually, this thing came with something else that's really cool, which I will show you guys here. So it's just over here on the stage. Now, and I do have the drive shaft, because the transmission is not in the car, if I remember correctly. Or if it is, it's not hooked up, basically. Which I'm pretty sure he said he was pulled. So as we can see, it came with this set of dual exhausts for it. Now, the welds aren't the prettiest in the world, as you can see. But they stick, they hold, right? Although this one does need a little bit of patching. But these are Magnaflow mufflers that brand new were, these were 150 a piece. Right? So, yeah, and that center section is a BBK X pipe. So just in the X pipe and these two mufflers, you're looking at about 400 bucks. At least. Brand new, obviously, so, I mean, I have it up for, I think I threw out 160 with the headers, so, but, for any of you that are not aware, a dual exhaust setup like this, from the catalytic converter back, is actually identical to from a V6 to a V8. So, yeah, this will mount into your V8s just fine, too. You just don't have the tips. Which it actually does have a nice tip on it. The new Edge. It's got a GT style tip. Which is cool. Looks like it's a GT style tip from a Fox body. But hey, still that's cool because it actually matches what I have on Lilo. Because if we take a look at what Lilo's is, right? You can see that down there. Really cool. Sounds badass too. And yet I have the top down because it's actually not that cold. Like, I could take off my jacket right now, which I might actually do. But yeah, here it is. In all her splendor. This is just a quicker video, although I will show off the extra set of headers, which I'll put them in my shark. Because, well, I'll leave the one in the car first. Now, if we take a look at these, they're honestly not in that bad a nick, by any means. You know, we do have quite a bit of corrosion around the nuts and around the, can't think of the name of this, the collector, I think is what it's called. But what's really cool is if you take a look inside, I don't know if you can see that in there, but it actually does a good job of scavenging. And because the thing is, it shows the 3 pipes go into, like, the 3 go into the 1, and it's kind of at a turn, which helps scavenge, and it gives you more power. And that's why I really wanted these, right? Now, they're off of a new Edge, or potentially an SM95, but they'll fit my Fox body no problem. So, these will be mounted soon, which I'm really excited about that. I am going to do a little bit to these, though, because I think I want to try and clean these up a bit if I can. And it was definitely running really rich from the inside, where you can tell just how dirty my fingers are. But yeah, really excited about this one. Still has the O2 sensor in it, which oddly enough I need to replace on that thing anyway, so perfect. Yeah, I'll need to do some WD-40 on this and to try to break that loose. Or do the, oh wait, no, I won't be able to do that method, that's right. I'll figure it out anyways, you know, exhaust studs. Worst case scenario, I drill them out, or get them drilled out. But yeah, that's one. And the other one is right here, which, you know, has the O2 sensor as well. It does the same thing with the collector, which is quite nice for the scavenging. See, that one is, yeah, that one's rusted on. I'm not sure what that is right there. Like, I actually don't know what that is on the muffler here. Looks like it was cut, but I'll probably just plug that because I don't need that. I don't know what that is. For another O2 sensor or something? Why would you have two on one muffler? But regardless, here it is, right? Oh, that, no, actually no, that would only be for a carbureted vehicle. It doesn't make sense to have that for this. But that, I think, might be for carbureted setups, and where you put a hose over top of this and it goes to your air box, and it helps to warm up the motor when it's cold. You know, which actually, I can show you that on Lilo, oddly enough. So let me just pop the hood and show you under Lilo's hood. Well, popping it would help. Because you can actually see it under the hood of Lilo. And you can see why I want to replace, because those are just stock manifolds, right? Nothing too special there. So those headers are much better flowing than those stock manifolds. But what I was talking about earlier, because it might be for that, which that goes straight down to the manifold, and it gets hot air into the air box, which helps warm up the motor with the stock CFI, which also is the same thing with carburation as well. So, and if we can see, actually this battery is not too bad. So I might just take that Napa battery for Stitch, because Stitch's battery is not that great. Yeah, as you can see, that's 625 and 510 cold cranking amps. It's pretty decent. But yeah. So let me just set this back up again. Like I said, there will be a couple more videos on this car specifically with taking some stuff off, showing you guys what to do when taking this stuff off, what tools to use, etc, etc. So I'm quite excited about this one. And as well, like, I didn't pay very much for this thing, but you know, honestly, I only paid 300 bucks for it, which is a great price, to be honest, because I'll make my money back like that on this car. Won't take me long at all, I don't think. It's just getting people out here, that's the trouble, right? Because as well, those front seats that you saw, which they're leather and electric, I'm probably trading those for a rear bumper cover for Stitch, which you guys have seen the bumper cover on Stitch, right? It's got that giant hole in it on the driver's side. I just, you know, especially since I'm getting the car painted here relatively soon, I kind of need that replaced. So, the one that I found actually came from my friend Patrick Olmstead on Facebook. He buys and sells cars and parts them out and stuff like that all the time. I might be buying the Phantom top off him, like you guys, like I mentioned before. I'll just need a little more money for that. And I'm thinking of swapping out the entire interior, like I mentioned, in Stitch, except for the dash and the steering column. Everything else might get swapped out for that, though, but we'll see. But yeah, other than that, you know, it is what it is. I am super excited for the days to come here. I do have a bunch of people interested in parts for this thing, and you know, we'll go from there. So, yeah, what's cool actually, this has an AC setup in it too, which is kind of convenient. So, one of those really hot days, AC is nice. I just need to get it recharged in